So how much in taxes will you be paying on Thursday? Well, don't look at the bottom line of your 1040 form. That's just the most obvious chunk that you'll be paying.
Tonight, the Buckley Report shows you some of the hidden taxes we all pay and probably don't realize.
If you think taxes are something we all just have to swallow, you're right, because it's hard to swallow anything that isn't taxed beyond the sales tax that you see on your receipt. You pay 12% tax on Brussels sprouts, but I mean, who eats those, right? Well, how about peanut butter? The excise tax on that is 143%. The government has such heavy subsidies for and taxes on sugar that Americans pay 3 to 8 times as much for their sugar as they otherwise would, which means you pay more for everything that has sugar in it. How many of these things do you think that is? But let me tell you, this is just the beginning. Let's take the example of a couple making $33,000 each, $66,000 combined. They probably don't feel rich, but each year they pay more than $14,000 in state and federal income taxes. Those are the taxes everyone knows about. But what about those payroll taxes? That's the money taken from your check to pay for other people's Social Security and to pay for Medicaid, which is health care for the poor. That's more than 15% of your income, $10,000 plus for our couple. Then there's property tax for your home, more than $1,100 if our couple owns a house worth $150,000. Personal property tax on their car is $300 or so. Then there's something called the recoupment surcharge, which is basically a tax on all drivers to help pay for the insurance of high-risk drivers. That's another $60. The gas they put in those cars is taxed to the tune of more than $400 a year. And assuming they only get to spend half of their income, they're still going to pay more than $2,500 in sales tax. And there are so many taxes in your phone and cable bills, it may be hard to count them all. $20 per month is a pretty fair estimate, though. Then there are the taxes on the money that you're saving for retirement. It's 15% now, but there's a lot of noise in Washington about raising that to at least 25%. But we'll say if you had $10,000 saved, that's $1,500. If knowing that a couple with a $66,000 income pays more than $31,000 a year in taxes is enough to drive you to drink, remember that 60 cents of every pint is tax. It's all enough to make you want to declare bankruptcy. But if you do, remember, the debt you write off in bankruptcy is taxable as income. So there you go. Bob Buckley, Fox 8 News.
And those are just the taxes transparent enough for us to find. You're paying much more in taxes that businesses pass on to you and the prices you pay at every store. Well, with tax